Hey, everybody, you are watching The Main Viewer. You know why, because you decided that that's what you wanted to do right now. My name is Ryan T. Husk. I'm hanging out here with the Guns N' Roses shirt. We have Melissa Longo. She's got a Chat Pack shirt and her cat.
It's crazy right now. She's nuts.
Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel is hanging out here looking down at her phone and checking on the chat, being very
studious.
Social,
/ antisocial.
We also have Dr. Trek, everybody. Mr. Larry Nemechek is joining us in studio today, kind of.
In studio-ish, yes. Hey, everybody.
In his studio.
Oh, wait, Larry, what shirt are you wearing?
Oh, this is the tour shirt from the 2014 Geek Nation Tours big location site tour. This is my of the three we've done. This is my favorite of the three.
Ooh.
The bowling. It looks bowling-ish. Oh, here.
It does look bowling-ish.
I should.
I noticed that.
Whoa, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
my
it's so cute.
Yep. Everybody that went got one. So.
Aww.
So everybody at home, we got a lot. Boy, we have a lot of big news to talk about this week.
Wait, what is going on right now? There's an action figure of you.
This was a 3D thing that I was at a con, and they made all the guests a 3D figure, and I was wearing this for. So this is forever memorialized in that.
That's amazing.
That's great.
What accessories would it come with?
Well, a phaser, but the phaser was orange, so it didn't.
You guys, we got to tell everybody. We got to tell everybody at home what we're going to be talking about today. Otherwise, they don't know why they tuned in.
Sorry.
You have a show going, Ryan? Oh, okay.
We're going to be talking about Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Lower Decks and Babylon 5, not really Star Trek, and all kinds of other things. So everybody, stick around for all of that. We're going to be getting into it. We do have a poll that is up right now, which is as follows. What news do you want to start with today? I realize that is incorrect grammatical English. It should be, with what news do you want to start today? Whatever, it's colloquial. And so the answers are Discovery, Picard, Lower Decks, and Babylon 5. Make your selections now, and that's what we'll start with. Anyway, sorry. So what kind of accessories does it come with, Larry?
Oh, I was kidding.
Does it come with a bowling ball? Because that would be really cool.
A bowling, yes, that comes with a Starfleet bowling ball, and you can tell.
Awesome.
Because there's 47 deltas all over it, so you know it must be Starfleet.
Nice. That's very good.
I was going to say it's 47 hashtags.
It's blue because it's a bowling ball.
Wow. Wow.
Well, if it's from Mego, it's going to be blue anyway. So yeah.
Amazing.
All right. Everybody in the live chat, thank you for joining us today. Look who's here. Well, look at that. DQ is here. Hello, DQ. We have Chuck A, Donnie Pearson. Kimber Spore says, nice shirt, Larry. Linda Andera, and not sarcastically, she means it. Donnie Pearson says, lovely shirt, Larry. JR Poole says, Larry, one day I'm going to travel to Africa to watch Tuesday's live show so we can continent.
That was a great shout out from today.
Chat.
Yes. We had somebody from every continent but Africa today watching. So
wow.
Very nice.
That's pretty great. Incredible.
Scott Jensen the 13th says, I'm a fan of bowling shirts as well as Hawaiian shirts.
How about bowling balls, Scott Jensen?
Luckily, we're going to have an opportunity for everybody to get bowling shirts like Larry's, similar, coming up when Tara's doing.
Oh,
David Gregory says, hey, all, a happy Tuesday. And hi, Dr. Trek.
Yes.
God, everybody loves you, Larry. How'd you do that?
True.
Lots and lots of bribe money. That's what we lots of credits. Yeah. No.
Fran Iverson is also here. Robert Kaiser is happy to see you as well. Larry Glenn Iverson is here.
Wow.
Glenn Iverson says Ryan has a one-track mind.
Nice.
That's what my dad always said
Good
that.
one.
He'd say, "Oh, you like that Star Trek stuff, huh?" I can hear him saying that. Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh
Back of the Head says, "Hey everyone, Back of the Head. We heard that you're feeling ill.
yeah.
Please let us know in the live
Speedy
chat how you're
recovery.
feeling."
Mhm.
And
Get some halls.
yes,
We're not sponsored by
I've got
halls,
mine.
but
Ben Genium says, where'd he go? There it is. Vote disco. I think Ben Genium was the one that said this was a divisive poll already.
Oh,
Everything's divisive.
Oh,
how?
good. Star Trek hasn't been that divisive on Twitter this week.
Never. When is it ever?
I'm gonna take my halls right now.
that was my whole topic today. Was it
I
felt like a
know.
really sleepy week? Not to say sleepy, but it was like it's like everything is just okay, just kind of going along like it's supposed to. No big
Mhm.
controversies, no big, I'm
And
not
Marie's got a theory as to why that is.
Oh, well, first of all, it's between Star Trek Day and Comic-Con. And then also I was busy yesterday. There was a funeral to watch.
No, because New York City Comic Con's coming up
Yeah.
soon. So that's
Yeah.
probably why. You have to say New York City Comic Con, because when you say Comic Con to the rest of us,
Oh,
we think you mean San
sorry.
Diego Comic
Yeah,
Con.
yeah.
The real
I-
one.
or
I
any
got
of
a
them.
little confused.
NYCC. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. That sounds fun.
Back of the Head, John Archeola says, I have hauled. Everybody, Back of the Head is John Archeola, who writes for heavy.com.
Screen
Mm.
rant.
Does a lot of
Screen
Star
rant.
Trek.
Screen rant.
Sorry, screenrant.com.
It's
Thank
okay.
goodness you guys are here. Otherwise, I would just ran with that. I was like, let's look for him up on the heavy.com. And I can't
But we
find him.
also love Eric Pizzola and Ian Spelling at Heavy.
Yes. Thank you for saving me. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. But check out John Archeola's goodies. He's got a lot of good stuff, and he covers wrestling and Star Trek
Mm,
and Cobra Kai. Lots of Cobra Kai stuff.
that's
are
fun.
There's a woman that cosplays Cobra Kai
win.
every year
Oh.
at Vegas. Yes. I didn't see her
That
this year.
is
but-
Me
brilliant.
either. She's
That
so
is
cool.
Brilliant.
She has her Cobra Kai jacket that says Cobra Kai win, and then she has her win, Sydney Opera House hat.
Okay,
Love
so
that
next
Opera House hat.
we
Great
need
match.
Fun Ron to cosplay Cisco Kai.
Oh, that is a good one.
That's a stretch, but it works. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
That's why I
my.
stretched my face. Okay. So last
That's the
chance
other
to vote in the poll right now. Lower Decks is winning. In a few seconds, that means we're going to start with Lower Decks, everybody. Make sure you vote in the poll if you're in the live chat watching live. All right.
Lower Decks was the only one to get a chant at Star Trek Day.
Mhm.
I mean,
What do you mean?
All right.
Lower Decks.
Hilarious.
Oh, get a chant. Oh, I thought you said it was the only one to get a chance. And I'm like, what do you mean? They give you
A chant.
a
Give 'em
chance.
chance,
yeah.
guys.
Give him a
Well,
chant.
that's as it should
Come
be.
on.
Anybody else with a chant is just going to look, copycat.
This
Oh,
is
fine.
true. This is
It
true.
would be
They
like if
did-
everybody else had like a disco shirt. Oh, wait, they do. Yeah.
Ritos.
But the chant was established in the show itself, so it makes sense.
It's
All right,
totally
everybody.
lower decker canon. Yes.
Yeah.
This is it. Lower Decks wins the poll. We are starting with Lower Decks talk today.
Ooh.
And here it is. Oh, it's
And
not
you
even that
made
big
the
of news.
call.
It's not even real.
All right. This comes from our good friends over at treknews.net. It's a Star Trek Lower Decks episode 305 reflections photo plus preview, everybody.
Ooh, yay.
So
Ooh, is it going to be a
First
Rutherford
off-
episode?
Rutherford
yay.
is sweaty.
We do have those cliffhangers
Ooh.
that they teased in the teaser about like more Rutherford backstory.
Mm-hmm. Is he
Totally
going to
down
find
for
out
this.
the roots of his
Oh
implant?
my gosh,
besides
I
the
want to
light?
know if it's like Romulan, like Georgiou.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Oh man, I'm dying to know too.
Mhm.
It says
LaForges. Mhm.
Star Trek Lower Decks returns on Thursday, September 22nd. Hey, I think that was my friend Bill the Thrill Hutchins' birthday. He's back in Boston now, but he was the
Yes, you have been a
subject.
great friend.
He was the subject of the very first Falling Tower video ever, and second.
Oh.
And since then, Falling Tower has gotten over 1 million subscribers. But it all
Oh, that
began with
guy.
Bill the Thrill
Oh,
Hutchins.
the comedian.
He's
Wow.
very funny.
Hmm.
September 22nd. Anyway, with the
Fabulous.
season's 5th episode, Reflections. Here's the first look. Here's the synopsis.
Oh, recruitment booth
Mariner,
episode. I'm so excited for this.
Mariner
Sorry.
and Boimler work the Starfleet recruitment booth at an alien job fair. That's funny. Rutherford challenges himself. So
Like
here
it looked
are
very Easter egg heavy when that little scene flashed on the teaser in the
Mhm.
trailer.
Look at how cute the little drawings in the back are that you were pointing to.
yeah,
It's pretty cute.
looks like it says Sequoia. Oh yeah, there's the SE and there's the
Yeah.
Koya.
Yeah. There's Rutherford and, you know.
Mhm.
Rutherford.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Ryan.
right. You're
Wow.
talking. There's Rutherford right here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Suddenly a cursor has become like a okay.
well, no, this is
This
Rutherford's
is
right
hard
here.
up
This
for
is
news we are this
Boimler.
week.
Mhm.
So
This is what happens when all the
leaving-
controversies go away. See,
I'm
you're left
leaving
with-
Mariner alone. She's there too.
Yeah, leave her alone. Okay. Leave Beckett alone. Leave Beckett alone.
You wore him out, Ryan.
Hendy's here. Rutherford. Anyway,
Wow.
That's what you call a cold sweat.
so there are a lot of things going on there with Lower Decks World. Larry, since you are joining us for the first half of this show, can you tell us what are your thoughts so far on the first 4 episodes of Lower Decks?
I would just think, I mean, I've watched them all. I want to do a rewatch again. But I mean, to me, it just feels like they're just picking right up where they left off. I saw somebody kind of point out that they've been around long enough now, a whole whopping 20 something episodes or 20 plus now. But there's some of the Easter eggs and the in-canon jokes are their own self-referential things now, like the Dupler bones
Mhm.
in the
Oh my God, that was
so
so
good.
funny. I knew there was something hiding there, and I kept asking people. But like every time I'd pause it, it wouldn't catch the right frame.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
And now like the mud baths when they are sitting in, I mean, there's a benzite and there's some different aliens in there, but there's a couple of their
Love
aliens.
the benzites.
yeah.
That was cute.
So I mean, that's the only thing. But to me, it just feels like they're just chomping right along. I mean, it's not like, oh, they've done this tone shift or this. It doesn't. It just feels like they're just. You could tell from 1 to 2 that season 2 was a little more settled, like you would expect. But this one just seems like it's just bopping right along. I mean, I don't know. Aside from the fact that they feel like a little more, even more settled in their bones, and they've got stuff to go back and, point to, make fun of.
Mhm.
So we've asked a question in the live chat. It's a poll. Which is the best episode so far in season 3? Which is going to be tough because the answers are just 1, 2, 3, and 4. And right now people are like, but which one was the one with the? What was the?
The one with
So
the
we're-
whales. Which one was?
Oh man.
Yeah,
Which
Larry,
was-
how much do you think this? How well do you think this stacks up against the first 2 seasons so far?
No, it's obviously that they're developing all the characters. I think it's funny how now that I stop and think about it, it took me a couple of times to realize what they did with the premiere, which was they basically took every big, not just in Star Trek, but every big legal show, the courtroom thing, the whole thing of Captain Freeman being on trial and she's going to go out and avenge her and make sure it doesn't happen. And the whole point was it was just another boring Starfleet bureaucratic
That was hilarious.
system. It was kind of like, why did you go do all that? Because it's Star Trek and it's an adventure and I have to, it's like, it just kind of, we just ho-hummed our way through, you bozo. I mean, but the whole drama of the show is her. It's almost like an I Love Lucy. She's running around doing all the stuff and he comes back and Ricky was like, I never left the club, Lucy. I was there the whole time, It's almost,
That
it's very
impression was on
sitcom-y
point.
that way.
That was quite.
What you
the
have is
impression.
horrible. But you have. No, Lucy, you can't be on the ship. But I mean, you know.
The
But I mean,
Babalu is landing.
What?
The
The
Babalu
Babalu is landing. Oh my gosh.
You guys, I feel horrible for saying John Orchiola writes for heavy.com. John Orchiola, back of the head in the live chat, tell us how we can make it up to you. Just type in anything and we will do it. Maybe.
If it's doable.
Yeah. I mean, if it's like your next video or something.
Oh,
we'll
wait,
do
that
this.
reminds me, I got a notice today that so I bought the Starship is landing stickers because it's like so hilarious.
Oh my God. Did you get them yet?
They just arrived. I forgot to go. I was going to grab them so that I could
Please
like share them. I bought
get them.
4 because it's like the Spock helmet, like something that's not a thing. Maybe it'll increase in value later because it's so hilarious. Yeah.
What if they're being so meta, like the Spock helmet, they're creating these stickers so everybody could be like, this isn't a thing. And then it
Yeah.
shows up in an
Okay,
episode of Lower Decks
Everybody
later.
was trying
the
to say
stickers.
that, but well, and then like week 2 was the Enterprise is landing. I just don't think it's a thing.
Like what, 2 or 3 months ago when somebody said, hey, look, this just popped up on this site with like a month before Vegas. And I thought, is this the post Picard slot series that's coming? It's just going to be called Star Trek Enterprise Landing. I mean, I don't know. What are they going to call it?
Oh yeah, it's like Knots Landing.
Yeah, like, yes, like somebody goofed and got it out. You know, that happens.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Vegas went by, Star Trek Day went by, absolutely crickets about anything post Picard slot. But I just think
Okay,
somebody
but
in
that's
some
cheaper.
committee, there's so many new people and they've remerged the corporations, and there's some marketing person in some room somewhere went, oh, this is a great idea. And they just committed this thing out and they thought it was the coolest thing. And now
AI.
fandom thought it was either a secret thing leaked, or everybody's just kind of going, okay, we'll just kind of meta have fun. You know, like you said, we're all just going to laugh at this years from now.
It's cracking me up so much. My favorite tweet was then like, is week 3 going to be Deep Space Nine is landing? Which I
That
wish.
would be interesting.
Well, Ben Genium gets it. Ben Genium says, well, we're all talking about it, so they must be doing something
I
right.
never ordered anything from the Star Trek official store before, so
This was the first. So wait, so you have these stickers or what? Or
yeah,
are
they're
they
in my
like,
mailbox downstairs. I bought
that's
4.
too much work.
There's going to be a press release on the eve of New York Comic Con, and they're going to come out and say, thanks to our, you know, the minute we debuted the Enterprise has landed merch line, our Paramount Plus subscriptions quadrupled.
Give that person a promotion.
Yeah. Like the
What a
shipping was
genius.
more expensive than the stickers. Like, I have to say, that website shipping is crazy.
But I like all the people that are like, can we just have some can we just have some Murph merch? Can we
Yes,
just have some
exactly.
Prodigy stuff? Can we just have some?
Right?
It's only been in development for like 4 years.
I want some Murph bubble gum that like squeals when you chew it.
And it's
Not
and it's
the
rainbowy.
squealing.
It's iridescent.
that's very
Squeals in
Nickelodeon.
agony when you chew it.
Not
Some
the
merchandise.
squealing.
Cadet
It
Alice
reminds
and I
me
have
of-
a
I was
joke
just
about
gonna
merchandise.
say, I'm really excited for Prodigy to come back. One reason is so I can watch Larry's review episodes with Cadet Alice. They're so cute
Nice.
on the Larry YouTube channel.
You talk about having a coach or a director that has a dream cast or a dream team. I just lucked into that. So yeah,
She's
it's
so
all
cute.
her.
You guys are adorable together.
Speaking of
I love it when
Larry's
she says
YouTube
something
channel,
like, you know, you shouldn't kill your kid, or you shouldn't try to.
She's so
I'm like, yes,
cute.
I totally agree. You shouldn't try to kill your own kid. Yes.
Life lessons.
speaking of
Sage
Larry's
advice.
YouTube channel, what is your YouTube channel for everybody at home, Larry?
Oh, it's just Larry's Trekland or Larry Mitchell's Trekland. I forget. We changed it.
Well, if you don't know,
Well, it's something really snappy, you know, like Larry's.
just do a
Trekland.
search for it. You'll find it.
Yeah.
Larry
it's there.
Nemechek's Trekland.
It's gotten the last 2 or 3 months. I've got Kyle and Scott are both like actually editing things and YouTube souping them up. So it's a little more savvy
Oh
than
yeah,
it was.
your editing is like amazing. I really love the second look videos.
Second opinion.
Second
That's a
opinion
big
videos.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're great.
they're like short.
one
Because
moment,
he's a
please.
doctor of Star Trek. Get it?
Our
So cute.
friend David Gregory in the live chat says, I can't wait for another Ryan R-rated faux pas. Wait, another R-rated faux
Oh,
pas
are they
from
talking about
Ryan
the
Russell.
wrestling?
But
move
wasn't
still?
that, if I
No.
Like-
remember correctly, I think that was on Star Trek
Yes.
and Chill.
Yes.
This show is the serious one, you guys. There will
R-rated
never
faux
be.
pas came on Watch the First, I believe, with the Thundercats.
Oh, that one was yeesh.
That was
Yeah.
an
What?
R-rated faux pas.
Yeah. Back
Okay,
of
so
the
let's
head
catch
knows
me
who I'm
up here.
talking about when I say the R-rated superstar, or the rated R superstar, I should say. Rated R superstar. Am I right?
You have to catch me up. What is going on?
Basically,
Okay.
don't just Google things willy-nilly when you're doing recording stuff, because sometimes things come up that you're not expecting. Like if you're Googling Thundercats, which seems like a harmless thing, apparently there is some like fan art that is not necessarily appropriate
Oh, okay.
for the Thundercats.
To be
And-
fair, the discussion of them not actually wearing clothes did come up, and
Because they don't, in the pilot episode, they're all naked.
Right.
But anyway, and then the other one that these guys are just being immature. I was demonstrating like a wrestling move while sitting, and they were trying to turn it into something that it.
that
was
wasn't
just-
the R-rated thing David Gregory was referring to. He
God,
said I
there's
was
more?
right. He said I was right. It was the Thundercats. Oh.
Oh, okay,
But wait, there's more.
But
get me out of this.
the wrestling was fun.
Yeah. So the best episode of season 3 of Lower Decks, the people are saying was episode 1. 41% say
Wow.
episode 1, 12% say episode 2, 29% say episode 3, 18% say episode 4, and probably all of them said, let me consult with IMDb before I answer this question.
Interesting.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I
So, yes.
That Bonnie and Clyde moment of last week was so cute. That and put those away, Diane. That got for some points.
put those away. Diane.
Yes. But it only got third place. So, speaking of third place, Picard got second place here in our poll of what we should start with. So, should we, you guys, here's the question. Should we move into the Picard news, or should we have a little bit more Lower Decks banter until our special surprise guest shows up in a few minutes?
Ooh.
Oh, show the cute Lower Decks tweet, like drawing tweet.
Lower Decks, Lower Decks.
If you have it available.
That's
All
the
right.
syncopated one. Low redex, low redex.
Yeah,
right.
syncopate, exactly. Okay, so
I'm super. This is my favorite fan art of the week, I think.
Oh,
a
yeah.
Casablanca inspired.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
really
Fan
cute.
art.
that is.
I know that got
Really
a retweet by
cute.
Star Trek.
So for everybody that's only listening and can't see it, Anne-Marie, can you describe the
So
image
basically,
to
it's
them?
like Rick and Ilsa from the end of Casablanca in black and white, but it's Dr. Tana and Shaq. So cute.
Very cute.
With Shax with his
Oh
fedora
my
and trench coat,
gosh.
looking down, holding her, and looking, yeah, in
So
profile.
cute.
And she's got her beret moment on there,
Yeah.
which I was thinking more like Bonnie and Clyde when they came in. This is
It's totally a Bonnie and Clyde.
yeah, but this is a Casablanca
thing.
pose, definitely.
Yeah.
right.
So cute.
Well,
I'm
and
so into them.
it is Morocco, right?
Mm-hmm.
Casablanca.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. The
Wait,
reason
what's
you
your
couldn't-
t-shirt?
Oh, my t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's just Guns N'
Guns N'
Roses.
Roses.
Oh,
That's what I said when I first jumped in. Or couldn't you hear
I
that?
couldn't hear actually. I guess
I
my
heard it.
computer froze.
Yeah, but so far I'm very happy with Lower Decks. We are 24 episodes into it, nearly 2.5
Mm-hmm.
seasons. And I feel like they hit their stride by episode 3 of season 1, and they haven't looked back. Back of the head says, Ryan, you know the valley is Cobra Kai country. everybody at home, the valley is the San Fernando Valley, which is basically like northern LA. That's where I live. That's where John Orchiola lives. And yes, I do know that. I mean, it takes place in Reseda, but then they also kind of hit up other areas around there, like Encino and probably Woodland Hills and stuff. But basically Reseda. So you can actually go
South Central Valley along the 101, not the one.
Right. Okay. Larry, let me ask you this.
Uh-oh.
Along this is something that's bothered me for a long time. You know the song Free Fallin' by Tom Petty?
Oh, yeah. It's my favorite Tom Petty song. Yeah.
He says there's a freeway running through the yard. But before that, he says living in Reseda, there's a freeway running through the yard. And I hear that and I'm like, there is no freeway running through Reseda. There's a freeway running through Encino. Reseda is north of Encino. And every time I hear that, I'm like, did Reseda stretch into Encino back in the day? No, because it was Encino Man, the movie. So I don't know what I
just think he's talking about the 101, unless it's not the 170. That's too east. No, I just think he's just generically talking about the 101.
But that's not Reseda.
Reseda's in Reseda where all the hospitals are.
No, but Reseda is more along the 118 than the 101.
It's in the middle. It doesn't touch any freeway, and I'm really pissed about this because I like Tom Petty, and I'm sad that he's passed away, and I can't take it up with him.
But isn't it
go beat him up about a freeway lyric? Okay.
Anyway, it's true. Everybody look it up. Look, you know what? Talk amongst yourselves.
I mean, you've got me doing it now.
Oh my gosh.
But isn't it closer to the 118 than the 101?
Okay.
Encino is close to the 101.
Okay. You guys, here it is. This is Reseda right here, this square. There's no freeway that goes through it. There's this freeway down here, 101. There's the 405.
What is right below this square? What is that?
That's 101 down here. That's Encino.
No. I mean, what community is that then? If it's not
Tarzana.
Reseda? This is Encino and Tarzana.
Oh, okay. Well, Reseda is just more fun to say than Tarzana.
Maybe you're right.
I think Tarzana is like in the hills because it was named for Tarzan. Did you know that? The developer named it for Tarzan.
That's adorable.
Right now, people in the live chat are livid. Oh, no, they're all gone. They left.
What does this have to do with it? Yeah.
It's because he was that fish person.
Okay, so everybody at home, we are going to talk about, we're going to get this back on track. We're going to talk about Picard season 3. We're going to talk about Star Trek Discovery
t-shirt said guys and dolls.
season 5. And we're going to talk about Babylon 5 and all this kind of stuff. But before we do that, we do have a very special guest joining in, along with Larry, that will be talking about a very fun and special event right now. So let's bring him in.
Oh, him. I thought you meant somebody that was really special.
Okay.
There he is.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, it's like a convention.
Oh my God, you're here.
Hello. Welcome.
We hardly even talk.
Oh my gosh, we're not even at CBS.
I don't know what that means, but Larry, would you like to introduce everybody to your pal here so that...
Hello, everybody. Yeah, when you said special guest, I thought you had a really special guest.
This is the most special of all guests.
Yes.
Now, everybody, this is Terrace Cassidy. He is the owner and founder operator of Geek Nation Tours, which is called the best way to come out of a recession. In the 2008 crash, he had a travel agency and decided to come up with this this crazy idea to do really niche geek type tours. So military, historical, gaming, conventions. And in 2011, he caught me at Vegas and said, do you think a Star Trek location tour would work? And I was like, hell yes, because I've wanted to do a book or do something that way. Anyway. And so every couple of years, among his other tours that he does, everything from Gen Con to Waterloo and Ninja Japan. And,
did somebody say Waterloo?
Oh, excellent.
I see you have met
That's
your
much
Waterloo.
better than
It's-
turning the song on.
I was
No,
gonna say
I was
ABBA.
this song went
I
through
love
my
ABBA.
head first. I was like, Waterloo.
I was gonna say the
Well,
ABBA,
Terrace,
yeah.
welcome to the fun. We appreciate you jumping in.
Thank
Do
you
what I-
so
with us.
much. Thank you
And
for
apparently
having
you-
me.
See
you
what I
have
wore,
a-
Terrace, to mark the
Oh, that's
occasion.
very good. I like
course,
it. I
yeah.
will try to.
Oh,
my
okay.
gosh.
That's the 50th. Terrace says the 50th. See,
Yes. I
we
do.
both wore it. We both wore
It's
it.
so cute.
Before
need
we
a
get
bowling ball.
into the importance of the day, can you guys tell us what this CVS inside joke is, Anne Marie and Terrace?
Oh
Please?
no, just we were in a long line together at CVS in Vegas.
That's
And it
right.
was so nice. I was holding like 20 water bottles. I didn't want to have to keep going back and forth. And Terrace was like, "You sure you don't need help?" It was so nice.
Well, I was, but I didn't actually get to help you. But because she said I'm from New York, and she had like
You just
1,000
like
bottles.
hold a
and
million.
She had like 2 stacked on her head.
Yeah, I'm used to
And
not
like
having a car.
12, 4 in her pockets.
And a lot in
another
her
2 in
fanny
her
pack.
It
purse.
was so sweet. Well, when you're holding that many, there's like no way to it's like Jenga to take one away.
That's true. Yes, that's very true.
And for those who were not there, this was at Bally's for STLV, and the
Oh,
only
yeah.
like sane place around to go and get something normal at a normal price was this CVS.
Yes. Oh my God, a little
And
water
even
bottle
that
that was
wasn't
like
very
$8.
sane.
Oh yeah, but it was the best that there was.
So
Everybody wanted to be on the strip. Yahoo!
Yeah.
That's what you
speaking
get.
of the
yeah.
best that there was, Terrace, people seem to be pretty happy to see you. Robert Kaiser says in all caps, Terrace. Donnie Pearson says, hello,
In case you
Chicky.
forget.
David
Chicky-
Gregory says,
wow.
Kiki.
hey.
Woo.
Who called me Chicky?
Ooh.
Who called
Yeah,
me Chicky?
Kimber's, that was Donnie Pearson.
Ah.
Kimber Spores says, hi, Chicky. JR Poole says, look who it is. David Gregory
that?
says, good seeing you again, Terrace.
Nice.
Kimber Spore says, that's Trekkin' awesome. David Gregory says, woohoo.
Nice.
But David Gregory also says ABBA with hearts. So he gets it.
They're both
Yes.
awesome.
Anyway, so it's nice to know everybody's very happy to see you, Terrace. So you guys want to tell us about these special events you got coming on? Finally, we're coming back to gathering together and doing
Mhm.
fun events and Star Trek type things. Can you tell us about them?
Sure. Larry? Okay. So basically, Larry and I, as you may or may not know, we've been doing Star Trek tours for the last, as he said, several years. And we, of course, we went into COVID, and we wanted to come out strong after COVID, because COVID's not the best time for a travel company. But hey, we're all surviving it. Anyway, so we wanted to do something a little bit different, because normally we end our tour at the
Vegas.
Star Trek tour. I mean, the Star Trek Vegas tour. And we wanted to make sure that we kind of created something that was a little bit different, kind of separate this time. And we wanted to make a tour that was basically a convention, kind of a private convention at locations with celebrities. So the goal of the tour is to create something that's very exclusive. Only 18 participants will be on the tour, and Larry and I, Larry as the guest host, but really as the real host. I'm just there for logistics and to look good and to offer to carry water bottles.
Every tour needs a chickie.
That's right, Chicky. That's right. I'll have to tell you that story. That's interesting. You don't get that very often. The Chicky.
No.
I'll tell you that story some other time. If we have time at the end, I can tell. Anyway, so yeah, so we wanted to create this tour where we were actually going to the places and have relevant people on the tour for those places. So for instance, Tim Russ is going to be with us on our first day, our welcome dinner, our welcome first day welcome dinner. After that, we're going to go up to the Griffith Observatory, and
Cool.
Because, as you know, Tim Russ filmed there, Star Trek, and he also is an amateur astronomer, and so he's going to bring his telescope, and we're going to hang out with him looking at the stars that night.
Nice.
So that's the kind of thing, that the experiences that we're going to
You
try
can
to
go
have
in the
every-
observatory, too, but yeah.
Yeah, so
Tim was one of the 3 that filmed there, so he and I started to say Rain Robinson. He and what's her name?
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman, yeah. And Robbie. So Tim was actually, so that's one thing that when we have a celebrity, we always try to have, and if we don't have an actor, we have a behind this, like one of the ADs or somebody, a director or a writer that's there. So it actually just, now I know a lot of the Voyager documentary people, like we've been doing this for 10 years. We had one we had a 2012, a 2014, and a 2016 for the 50th, which was the biggest one. And then between delays and then COVID, this is our first time to try this again, or to offer it since 2016. And so the cons are moving around and nobody knew, the official con is hops around in Vegas and what's that going to be? So like Tara said, instead of having the big con be the tail end of it, we decided to make it its own event, because he has what do you have, 40 people that just go with you to Gen Con every year that are Gen Con?
I've got a lot of, they're really wide and varied. I've got Adepticon is a big tour. I've got like good 40 people there. And Gen Con is actually, I have a house and I'm the house mom and I cook pies and chili and steaks. And then just allow everybody to come and game as they will. I get guest celebrities to role play for us, like lead role playing games. So I'm like my tours are like kind of all over the place and how they function.
Those are more like camps than tours.
Yeah, they are. Like this is it's so good because the whole style of that particular tour is to make people feel like they're 14 again and gaming at their mom's place.
Oh, a LAN party?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But you do, but then you also have the tours where you go to Japan or you go to the German castles on the Rhine, or you go to Waterloo.
Yeah.
Or
that's right. So Japan, thank you, Larry. That's a good example of that. And
sorry, I thought we were talking about role-playing characters. Sorry.
Oh, I see.
We are. No.
We are. So Japan, I have a battlefield tour. We walked the battlefields of Sekigahara, which if the book Shogun, that the battle at the very end, that's basically, that they don't really describe in the book, but that's basically where we go. So everything from military history to everything geeky.
How about murder mysteries?
Murder mystery, I've thought about it. I just can't get my head around it yet. I would like to. What's your idea?
Well, no, I'm just thinking, like Midnight on the Orient Express or something.
Well, we actually have a Cold War one that we go from Germany to forget exactly where, but we drive through Europe we train through Europe with spy connections to Cold War, and you have to. It's a kind of a LARP. You have to solve problems and try to out the other spies and that kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'm not sure if that's quite a good one to do right now, though, because someone would have to be a Russian spy.
Or maybe do a Section 31 one.
Yeah, that would be a good one. We could change it.
Yeah.
Section 31 is supposed to be a secret, though, you guys.
Yeah, spies.
Robert Kaiser out in Austria says having Terrace and Larry at the Golden Gate Bridge on the tour is just like having Kirk and Spock in that location in Star Trek 4. It's just basically the same thing.
Slight exaggeration, especially with our costume budget. Yeah.
We reenacted a walking under the Golden Gate Bridge, which is spectacular.
I didn't have any torn white robes, so I just took my light jeans jacket and made a thing, and we walked along. And it was
I used a napkin.
We only have you guys for a couple more minutes before you got to run, but can you give us details on these events, like when it's going to be, where they can find it online? Oh, I think I see July 8th through 17th, 2023.
Ooh,
if I start talking, do I pop in? Look, do I? Yes, there we go. So it's next July, so it's time for everybody to save their pennies. So here's an example.
Hey, wait a minute. Robert Kaiser's in that picture. I see.
He is. This is a classic. This is a Tillman water plant. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Yes. That's a classic picture. A lot of our here's the mob at the Golden Gate. it was in fog, of course, but this isn't the picture we're. Anyway, and here's the observatory. Wow.
Wow.
Everybody with this sign. Anyway, it's a balance between the really classic places and some of the obscure ones, but this one is the biggest we've ever done. It's 10 days and San Fran. And I mean, we did an A and a B part. You could do both or either one in 2016, but this time it's going to be, what is it? 5 days and 3 days or 5 and 4?
Yeah. We arrive in Los Angeles on the 8th. And then we leave to
July next
Monterey
year.
Bay on the 14th. And we spend a day at Monterey Bay. And to show how kind of exclusive it is, we actually hire a boat and do our own private whale watching.
Wow.
Yes.
What?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
and
say that whale watching one looks amazing.
And the
How
Golden
fun
Gate,
would that
man.
be?
Of course,
Yeah.
we're in Monterey because it wasn't really Sausalito. The Monterey Bay Aquarium was the aquarium from Star Trek 4.
It's
So
so cool.
we go there and soak all that up, and then while we're there in town, we're going to do a real whale watch.
Oh my gosh. And then the Cold War tour comes and looks for nuclear vessels.
Right.
It starts in Alameda. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so you can find everything at geeknationtours.com or head off to Larry's sites and there are links.
There's a big link on my homepage for that.
Right.
And if
Easy to remember though, geeknationtours.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if you want to email me, headgeek@geeknationtours.com also.
Head geek.
Epic.
So and if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them all.
Pretty tall title there for give it.
I know. I took it over. I said, I'm not going to go small fry here. I might as well just.
I mean, that's even bigger than
shoulders geek.
That's even bigger than a fake doctorate. So
That's right. It's almost the same. Really.
Anyway, it's pretty. Yeah. So we kind of amped up the select. We've always had Bobby Clark come to Vasquez. people go to Vasquez Rocks on their own. That's awesome. But Bobby always comes out and talks about filming Arena in the Goran suit, and it's kind of amazing to be standing there and have him like point things out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how awful
Although
it
there's
was
like
to be in
12
the
things
Goran
that will
suit.
come out there. Yeah. So we're amping up the celebrity quotient there. So we've got these 4: Armin, Tim, Mike Westmore, and Bobby, but we're going to be adding
Michael Westmore. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
A legend.
Start
Yeah.
Hollywood.
We've got more. We're trying to have at least one guest every day of the 10 days. So
Mhm.
Wow.
Glenn Iverson in the live chat says, I had goosebumps when I visited the Monterey Bay Aquarium and ran up the same stairs Kirk did.
Aw,
You guys, that could be you.
could be.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
It is spectacular. It feels like it's exactly the same as it was before. Like
there's a lot they have not changed at all, which is cool for us. But yeah, as
Like
opposed to some
prices?
places where you have to,
Like the prices of admission.
I wish.
No.
Yeah. No, but like the you look in the movie and they've got big whales and sea animals like hanging down, like the ships hung down at the experience in Vegas, and they're still there. It's like 40 years later. They're
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And it is a rehabilitation center. It's not a, it's not SeaWorld. They're rescuing animals.
They
at
have those
Monterey
shallow
Bay.
pools.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you can go watch them and touch and get close. In a
Oh, I
healthy
did.
way.
I did have a beef with SeaWorld. I wish they would create like a sister place called Here World. So it's like, anyway. I
I
know how
think we
to
just passed
I know
through
how to
Smelly
end
World.
something. Anyway,
Wow.
I know you guys are on your way out now. Anyway, so I didn't screw anything up. You're already leaving. Anyway, but Larry and Terrace, thank you so much for playing with us today. GeekNationTours.com. Everybody at home, you're looking at the dates. It says July. You're like, I got plenty of time to think about this. You think that, but no, there's a reason they're planning this a year in advance. It's because you need to get tickets. You need to get time off work. You need to get that beach bod ready. There's a lot of things you got to do. You got to just make your decisions. They got 18 people. What if you say, all right, in December, I'll get it. And it's already filled up.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
well.
it. That's all there is.
We need 10, but when we top it off at 18 because we don't want to be in more than one bus. That's really the reason. We don't want to have people on one bus and we're having to like, they only get the piped in. Because here's the other thing, all these tours like this, and the ones that I do on my own as day tours when people want to do a day tour, but it's all the background information, which some people don't realize. If you want to help with your cosplay, if you bring along your stuffed animal or your action, I mean, I've had people do this with me. I help, you help with their photos. And on the big bus, we have like indoor screens. And so we're watching episodes and getting everybody refreshed, So we have clips and showing all that. So people you think you remember, but it's nothing like going screen. Oh my God, there it is. Oh, wow. For real. You think you remember it, but it's right there in your face and it makes it even better.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Great. So everybody go check that out. Make sure you get your tickets, your virtual tickets, I'm guessing, ahead of time as quickly as possible. And Larry and Terrace, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be seeing you shortly, I'm sure.
So good to see you.
Thanks, guys. I'll let you get to the rest of the important news that came in second, third, and fourth.
So much stuff. Like Larry's got a stellar cartography thing in the background there that we'll have to talk about next time.
Yeah, such a good book.
Yep.
Anyway,
need to be updating that sometime. Anyway, good to see everybody.
Thank you very much. See you all, guys.
Trek well.
All right. So you guys, some people may be wondering, where the heck is Muhammad Noor? Well, Muhammad's not here today, but his chocolate is yum, 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 yum. He hands out chocolate like he's Santa Claus when he goes to convention. He's like, you get a chocolate, you get a chocolate. So I'm going to eat some of his chocolate in a bit so that
it's like the Easter Bunny from Shore Leave.
I don't know what that means.
It's a TOS episode.
Weren't they great?
Oh my gosh, I love them. We had so much fun in Chicago Mission. At Encounter at Fat Floor. So fun.
Oh, they did it at Chicago.
Well,
or they were just
that's
there
where I met Terrace.
Oh,
yeah, they were so much fun.
Linda Anderegg says, "Oh, you tease, Ryan." However, I don't know what I'm teasing.
Now I'm like getting hungry.
Chocolate.
Oh,
chocolate.
Oh man,
I ate mine already.
Thank you, Muhammad.
Wait, David Gregory said more guests and tours than you can shake a jump stick at.
That's
I ate most of my chocolate. Look, it's already mostly empty.
Oh. But still, you're much better at saving chocolate than mine.
Who was it? Was it Sue that had chocolate on the Friday at Star Trek Las Vegas, and she shared some with me, and it had toffee in it? Man, it was so good. Toffee. Whoa, Rose Kirby's in the live chat. Okay, we need a new poll for chocolate.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie, what do you like in your chocolate?
Ooh, sea salt. I love salty and sweet. Or coffee.
What about you, Melissa?
I like peanut butter or Toblerone. That's not in my chocolate, but I do like the nougat in my chocolate. Yeah. And I do like Crispies, the little crispy stuffs, or wafers. Yeah, I like a lot of things in my chocolate.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there were more than 4 options. I thought I was going to have a tough time coming up with 4 options for what do you like in your chocolate bar. But
like chili peppers.
So the possibilities are toffee, crispy stuff, whatever that crispy stuff is, fruit or nougat. But then there's also like
malt.
There's also malt, which is kind of crispy stuff. But there's also nuts, right? A lot of people like. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you remember that commercial with Almond Joy and Mounds?
Almond Joys have nuts, Mounds don't.
Right now, crispy stuff is winning so far.
Dude, those tours sound so much fun. Plus, like the biggest highlight is you get to hang out with Terrace and Larry. I'm like, I just want to go hang out with them for 10 days. Like one of their tours in the past, like when Sirach was like owned the restaurant was working there, they'd take everybody for dinner there one night.
Oh, I'm
And it
so
was like you
sad
were
that
at
that
Cisco's.
doesn't exist
So
anymore.
cool.
Like, how fun would that be to go visit Sirach at the
Oh my
Sirach?
gosh.
Yeah, he would love to be
Restaurant.
bothered by you while he's working.
I think he would.
Yeah.
I think he would.
Okay.
But we forgot caramel too.
Oh man, you're right.
So good.
So whichever one wins this, we'll have to pit it up against malt, caramel, and nuts.
And
But look-
peanut butter. Oh, that's nuts.
Oh, and peanut butter. No, you're
Yeah.
right. Shigemitsu. Am
marshmallow.
I the only one? Look, fruit in chocolate.
That is so French.
I can't. No, I don't like it.
I
don't
hate
like
orange.
fruit in-
They like you guys put orange in all
They
chocolate. Oh,
always
ew.
have to ruin chocolate cakes with
I know.
jelly or some shit.
Ugh.
Like it's just. I'm like, it's just eat. the
It's good.
chocolate.
That means I don't eat as much. Like all these high calorie
whenever-
food.
You go to like a wedding or something, and it's like, oh, it's
Crap.
a cake. Oh, yum. Here's a cake, and you cut into it, and it's like 70% fruit jelly crap. I'm like, now I have
I
this big
know.
slice of cake that I don't want to
Fruit
eat.
jelly.
So awkward. You have to like push
What
it
I'm
around your
talking
plate
about.
so it looks like
As
you ate
opposed
some.
to just regular fruit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's
fruit
gross.
preserves or jam or something. Like, just get the fuck out of here with that. Ruining my food. Anyway,
Oh yeah, there's this place that makes like Earl Grey tea chocolate scones now in my neighborhood, and I'm like, ooh, I need to get those for when
What?
Picard premieres. That'll be my like.
Wow.
If it's Earl Grey,
Yeah,
that'll
and
be my
chocolate.
special. Mhm.
And
oh,
scones.
another one, marshmallows. J.R. Poole says marshmallow. Do we have more
I
than
did
4
say
more?
marshmallow as well.
Oh, piss and vinegar. Okay. There are too many things.
And the wafers, but I guess that's crispy stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe. But nougat
Okay.
is fun when you freeze it.
Nougat's always good. There's nothing wrong with nougat ever.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let's talk about Star Trek.
Okay. Is that what we're here for?
The abundance of news this week.
So how about this one? It's from our good friends over at trekmovie.com. And it reads a little something like this. Writing for Star Trek Discovery Season 5 has been completed. And then it
Whoa.
has a picture of Sonequa Martin Green in Star Trek 3, Star Trek Beyond, with the Beastie Boys music playing in the background.
Mhm.
And it says, oh, first of all, it's Michelle Paradise, showrunner of Star Trek Discovery. She says, we finished typing many words today. I was trying to post a screenshot of them, but Twitter doesn't like images shaped like rectangles. Pause for yawn. And that's what you get. And that's not a reflection of this tweet. And that's what you get when you take a photo of end of season 5. So no photo, but words and a season finale. I think
like-
that means yes.
When they post stuff like this from the writer's room about Discovery, then like immediately I'm like, ooh, have I heard much from Mohammed Noor lately? Has he been busy? Is there a science heavy episode at the end?
Where is he? I know.
Not writing Discovery right now. Ryan,
You're muted.
quiet.
I'm going to put this giant piece of chocolate in my mouth while you guys discuss why Mohammed is not here and secretly finishing Discovery.
Okay, wait. Can you scroll down on, is there anything else in the article?
Yeah.
My mom.
I feel like there wasn't.
Well,
Stop making me hungry.
it's a mass. Wait. Oh.
I feel like that was it. I can't remember. I just can't wait to see Tilly back on season 5.
Yeah.
I was so worried when she got sort of written off.
Well, how cute was it with her umbrella?
In Margaritaville.
In
Oh my
Margaritaville.
God, that was like the cutest thing. I was like this the show, just watching them hang out in Margaritaville.
Yeah, that was cute.
That's the best episode of Discovery.
That's the place to be. That is the place to be on set, Margaritaville.
So to continue with this article, it reads, filming on the 10th episode, or the 10 episode 5th season began in early June in Toronto and is about halfway completed. Paramount Plus announced the 5th season pickup in January while season 4 was on hiatus. And by the beginning of March, writing was already in, quote, full swing, end quote, according to Paradise. Hang on a second. I think we'd heard this before, but here's further confirmation. 10 episode season.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Said that already. I
I
guess
think
they're just
they're-
cutting everybody.
Going with the trend.
But yeah, it's for Discovery that is surprising. That
Yeah,
they stuck,
they've
and that they
always
stuck to
done
10.
16 or 14, I think.
They also fluctuate a lot, like during when they decide if they're gonna like add an episode or not.
I'd love to know what the reasoning behind that is. If they're just like, look, if maybe their writer's room is like, yo, Paramount, we've carried you long enough. You got 4 other shows. We're doing 10
Well,
this time.
Doug Jones is in like so many shows right now. Maybe he can't be there to film as many. I don't know. It is a big commitment for them all to live in Toronto for so long.
Right.
Seriously.
Well,
Seriously.
and maybe it's to spread the budget out evenly between all of the shows as well, as far as, you know, production goes.
Yeah. It's also, you know, not that this is really very doable, but it's always enticing to think that they could have 5 shows doing 10 episodes. And that's basically, you know, 50 weeks. That's like a year-round thing. And you can just kind of keep cycling around over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Enter
Constant
Prodigy that's like, we got a 20 episode season, guys.
Yeah.
We're only halfway through it. You guys are still experiencing season 1. It's still happening.
Yeah. Can't wait to experience more of Prodigy. Woohoo.
Do you guys think that Prodigy season 2 will be 10 episodes or 20?
20.
Mm,
I think it's
I
already
think
been
it's-
announced.
I think it's a little different because it's on Nickelodeon as well.
They said that they had 40 for the first 2 seasons.
Oh, cool.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also meant to say what's really exciting is Prodigy billboards are going up all over.
Nice.
It's so much fun to see. I can't wait for that to be back.
In New York?
Yeah. Getting ready for Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con.
Woohoo.
Oh, let me finish this here
Sorry.
article. No, not at all. This is a quote from Michelle Paradise, showrunner and funny person. She says, we learn from every single season, and not just from every season, we learn from episode to episode, both creatively and logistically, working to be better and reaching to be better and reaching to be the best possible version of this show that we can be. And the best possible addition to the Star Trek universe. The things that come to mind immediately are probably things that are perhaps less interesting to fans of the show itself, but there were a lot of lessons learned last season in the lines of production and logistics and how we shoot during a time of COVID, what that requires and how to make sure, wait, let me highlight this for everybody to read along, what that requires and how to make sure that we're not only keeping people safe, which is a priority, but also getting through our days and making a great show. We have the brand new technology in the AR wall, freaking awesome, which is a phenomenal technology. And that also has a learning curve. And so we've learned a lot about that over season 4. Wait, did I read that wrong? And so we've learned a lot about that over season 4. We'll be able to come in and use it new ways in season 5. Okay, that was a confusing sentence.
Oh, and so we've learned a lot about that over season 4. Oh, it's probably
Say.
we'll be able to come
in and use
and
it
use.
in new
Yeah.
way.
I will
Look,
is
Hey,
yeah.
we just bring the news to you. We don't have to understand it. You guys decipher it.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That AR wall stuff is amazing. It's almost as
Pretty
cool as
awesome.
narwhal stuff. Am I right?
Yeah. Narwhals are awesome.
Thank you. You see, Anne Marie, we are doing a show right now.
Sorry.
Anne Marie's playing Words with Friends on her phone, you guys.
Oh no, the chocolate made me really hungry. I was putting in a food order because everything
You're
closes
putting
by
in a food order right now.
because stuff closes by the time we end the show. It's your fault for talking about food so much. Okay, sorry.
That reminds me, we got to do the next poll. Okay, crispy stuff won the first round.
Oh, busted.
All right.
Second round of what do you like in your chocolate bar? We will put peanut butter,
Yes. Woohoo.
nuts,
Yes.
marshmallows,
If it's vegetarian or vegan marshmallow.
Oh my
and what
gosh.
should be the fourth one?
Like-
Wafery stuff?
Or caramel.
Definitely caramel. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hang on a second. Anne Marie, how do you pronounce caramel? Are you one of the people that
You
call it
knew
caramel?
you already know this that I say caramel.
Oh, you are. No, I've forgotten. Some people
Oh,
call it caramel.
I've heard that.
Is there? I feel like there's a third way to say it. Anyway,
I don't know, but when people go through all of them, I forget how I say it. I'm like, wait,
Wait, there's a third way?
there's another way.
maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of other
But
English words that
I
are
think I've
confusing
always
to
said
me.
caramel.
Okay. No, you did say caramel.
Okay.
Okay. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, I
No,
guess
there's
we're
a
just
show
finishing
going
up on
on.
Discovery season 5.
Filling.
Oh yeah. What did you order, Anne Marie?
Okay, I haven't pressed enter yet. I'm not sure. Maybe Pakistani food. I'm not sure yet. That or pasta or beef stroganoff. I don't know. We can go back to talking about Star Trek.
Well, I don't know now. I feel like maybe everybody's interested.
I know, now I'm stressed
in
out. It's like when you
what
hear too
you
many
wanna
options.
order.
Plus now I just want dessert. Okay.
This chocolate was very good, by the way, anybody that was wondering. And it doesn't have anything in it. It's
Sometimes
just straight up
occasionally
chocolate and it's
for dinner, you
delicious.
just need dessert.
He
Right.
always
I haven't done
finds
that in a
the
while.
best chocolate. He always finds this unique and flavorful chocolate with different stuff in it.
Yeah, well, Muhammad brings us chocolate from North
Yeah.
Carolina, which I think is so cool. There's no cooler gift than
Yeah.
giving us something that's specific to your area. You know, like if
Yeah.
you're coming from Italy, I want some authentic Italian goodie.
Mhm.
If you're coming from North Carolina, I want authentic North Carolina goudoirs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's
And
good
it's
stuff.
kind of cool that he's buying locally. A lot of these places
Love
are
it.
locally owned
Mhm.
stores.
Support your
which-
local businesses, everybody.
Yeah.
And right now they're going, there aren't any more local businesses left. They all died 2 years ago. Well,
They're
support your
all in
local
North
lemonade
Carolina.
stand.
Local members. Yeah.
You guys, marshmallows is getting decimated in this poll right now. How is that possible? Right now, it's 32% say peanut butter, 24% say nuts, 4% say marshmallows, and leading the pack with 40% is caramel. Look, Anne Marie's still ordering.
Caramel. No, I'm
Right.
actually reading the live chat. I
And
was just like giggling about churros.
well, and
Churros are good.
Kimber Sport did make a good point. She said it's Taco Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get my
Kimber,
$10
see what you got now.
Tuesday.
Anne Marie's gonna. She had it narrowed it down to
No,
3.
They're
Now it's
open
up
till
to 4.
11, so I'm okay. Okay. Thank you for the reminder. perfect. These
Okay.
tacos are so good.
Ben Genium says, because there is no chocolate with marshmallows in it. That's not a thing. Boo. Okay. So the next news item, the next news
That
item
was,
of
like,
the day.
the best reminder ever. Sorry. What was I
You're
even
welcome.
thinking? I need to put that on my calendar every Tuesday.
Taco
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
You guys.
Woohoo.
Okay, sorry.
You guys, people come to we have an important job here. People come to us for sci-fi and Star Trek news. And right now people are like, boo, more chocolate talk.
Whatever.
More
Now
chocolate
everybody's
talk.
getting tacos.
We love chocolate talk.
Yeah.
Chocolate taco talk.
Remember coffee talk? You know, we'll
Taco
talk. No big
tacos.
whoop.
Let's talk about it.
So up next, you guys, this is very important. This comes from the land of Twitter.
Uh-oh.
J. Michael Straczynski
Oh, yeah.
says, this was what, yesterday, I think? Yeah, yesterday.
Uh,
So,
well,
the
it's-
fate,
No. Yeah.
the fate of Babylon 5 pilot may be decided end of this month. Though much of the CW was bought by NXST Media Group, the decision also rests heavily with at Warner Brothers TV. Notice he's adding all of them strategically.
Yeah.
If fans want to show their support for B5 and let them know you want this to happen, now is the time. Hashtag B5 on CW in 23. You guys,
and it was trending last night.
that it trended like a champ.
It was the
And we did
Queen's
our
funeral, and then the night before was the Queen's funeral in Deep Space Nine, and then last night was the Queen's funeral in Babylon 5. Like, it's just
I feel like that
amazing.
sounds like a metal band, the Queen's funeral.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
like
Yeah.
nerds are
And they
fierce.
sing like typo negative, like all low, like the Queen's funeral. You know?
And I feel like they should have some metal tutus. They can sing in metal tutus. Add a
Babylon
little
5.
flute.
So everybody's pushing for this Babylon 5 reboot. We did our part. We did our retweet, and we said, go for the team. Anne-Marie, you are our resident Babylon 5 expert.
Mm.
How excited are you for this reboot? Or are you
Okay.
like, leave it alone, it's fine the way
I
it
love
was. I
it
don't need to see
because it would be real. I mean, obviously, he's already said it's not going to be like the same actors, but the same actors in the same roles necessarily. But like they could find their way into the show, so that makes me really excited for it. Plus, like a good reason, like it'd be nice to have a reason to watch the CW if you're still paying for cable. I mean, since it's there. Except for
Yeah.
Pandora, Mark A. Altman's show, which is on the CW and really fun.
So Robert Kaiser dumps a bucket on our bucket challenge head and says, well, trending only means that it's high in your specific bubble. It's not a global thing. Well, Robert Kaiser, let me respond to you and say it's a universal thing. It's the whole. No, you're probably right.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I mean, it does have to be pretty big if it's trending.
Well, when I like changed the setting to like not my specific, it did look like it was still trending. But
Yeah.
Because
I was like, this is weird. Is it just my stuff? Is it just pointed at me?
I don't know.
Peanut butter, nuts, and caramel are neck and neck in this poll. You guys, put in your final votes in the poll right now because we're about to switch to another poll. But this is
Whoa.
legit.
Whoa. Taking the
Legit.
gloves off. Whoop, whoop.
Melissa, do you want to see a Babylon 5 reboot?
Sure. It's fun when people are passionate about what they create and then want to revisit it, and the people who helped create that want to revisit visit it as much as the person who originally created it. So that kind of passion is really exciting. So yeah, I would be all for seeing a Babylon 5 reboot. Why the heck not?
I feel like that could only help drive getting more attention for Deep Space Nine too, and like the Star Trek universe.
Well, yeah, all sci-fi. I mean, more sci-fi is a good thing. Yeah.
So everybody at home right now is screaming. They're like, "What's the next poll? What's the next poll?" Well, the next poll is as follows. How excited are you for a Babylon 5 reboot? The answers are very, a little, barely, or not at all. So let us know. I know. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And let's erase the negativity of not at all.
It's just a poll.
I know, but come on.
Also, like so many actors from original B5 and like people behind the scenes crossed over with Star Trek.
Mhm.
So as they like get cameos or like other involvement, it'd be so fun to see them even more.
I mean, for me, like, I'll be honest, I never really watched Babylon 5, but I'm rooting for this heavily because, like you said, Anne-Marie, more Babylon 5 might give more attention to Deep Space Nine, peripherally. And every Babylon 5 person I or we have ever met has been super nice and friendly and great with their time. We've interviewed them some on Virtual TrekCon and the Seventh Rule, and everybody's super nice,
talented,
and great. And I just feel like it's a good community. Like anytime people talk about it or we meet people, it feels like a warm community. I've worked with Claudia Christian before and Bill Mooney before.
Lanier, I love him so much. Yeah.
Yep. What's his character's name?
Lanier. Oh my gosh, he just completely stole my heart.
Must you be so linear, Jean-Luc? But yeah, I think more sci-fi is great. I think more sci-fi that will bring attention to these good people, because a reboot will just get people watching the original more, which will get those people more royalties and more fame, and it's like a rebirth for them. And I'm really rooting for them, and I'm really rooting for that community, and I'm really rooting for the fans, because a lot of fans of Star Trek also and Bester, Chuck A reminds us, Bester, that's a lot of people remind us that Star Trek and Babylon 5 has a lot of what's the word?
Crossover.
Crossover for fans. And I worked with Londo too. Yeah. Sad about him.
No. Londo's wait, why are you sad about him?
Stephen First, that's not Londo.
No, that's Veer.
I never
adorable
really watched
secretary.
Yeah, I worked with Stephen First as well, who passed away a few years ago. As you know, he was a director in something I helped produce, and our very own Aaron Eisenberg acted in a sci-fi show that was great with Claudia Christian as well in there. Anyway, so yeah, I'm rooting for it. I'm rooting for it in a big way. And I don't have to have seen it or be a fan of the show to really be rooting for the show and the people involved and the fans that love it. Let's make it happen. I think it's great.
Well, and it's always great for people to be able to continue to have work. People should be able to work, and tell their stories, and why not?
And I feel like CW is like a good way to get new fans into sci-fi, hitting that like a bit younger.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, we love Patricia Tallman, who, by the way, if you follow her on Facebook, she has like this really cool Patreon where they basically have like private Zooms and they have special guests, and you can get all this cool like signed swag. Plus, she has like
really
like one of a kind swag from the show that she just had for decades. They're all like such a close family, and I think was with like Joan for a while. So she has like such cool insight into the whole thing.
We do love Patricia Tallman, and she
Yeah.
has been a guest of ours for Virtual TrekCon. She was great. She talked to us about Babylon 5. She talked to us about her work as a stunt double for Beverly Crusher.
Mhm.
And a
Uh,
non-visitor.
and
Mhm.
Nana, you're right. But of course, she did that famous stunt where Data pushes Beverly into
Oh, yeah.
the water. Generations.
Amazing.
That's
She's
good
so
stuff.
cool. We have to have her on
Yeah.
again sometime soon.
Uh,
She's cool.
it is neck and neck right now between very excited, a little excited, and not at all. Come on, you guys. Where's that Christmas spirit?
I know.
Anyway, any final thoughts on Babylon 5, Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel? We'll just finish ordering.
No,
and,
no, because I'm gonna go in person so I can make sure I get the deal.
Tacos.
Yeah, but I feel like in addition, there's that what will probably be a documentary released at San Diego Comic-Con that's already the
Ooh.
project that's already been filmed with like the remaining cast. So I mean, I feel like that can only drive enthusiasm more and make us want more.
Mm.
But I do think like it sounded from the tweet that like decisions will be made kind of soon.
That's what it sounds like, yes. And I'm rooting for them so hard. So everybody go out there and find that tweet, J. Michael Straczynski, and retweet the heck out of it. Pardon my French. Do they have slang in Babylon 5? You know, like
They have so much slang, like in some ways
Battlestar
more
Galactica
than
has fracking. What's theirs
Right.
for retweet the snag out of it, or what's their thing that
I
they
don't know, but like only because I'm not as good at Babylon 5 lingo as Star Trek. But I have to say,
All right.
like, what's really shocking is how much lingo they have, given that it's just like one series and not like a whole franchise.
I love
Mm.
that stuff. I love it when somebody is
too.
creative
Their
enough to
world
create
build-
their own lingo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their world building is amazing,
That I love that.
especially
That
for
shows
such a
so much
limited
creativity.
budget. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I love
So-
that in Battlestar when they did that too.
Mhm.
They-
Real quick, there's also an article on it. It is from tor.com. That's TOR.com. J. Michael Straczynski rallies fans to save the Babylon 5 reboot. You could check that out, written by Vanessa Armstrong. That came out yesterday. Here's a little group photo. Basically, they're just talking about probably what we just mentioned, so no need for us to read that. But to get all your information, feel free to go to tor.com and check this out. This seems like a pretty good article, and it's got a lot of
Londo and
information.
Jakar so much. They're so cute. You can get
Jakar
merch.
Noir.
Well, you can get merch on Amazon that's like those Lisa Frank like looking notebooks like from elementary school. And it's like Jakar and Londo holding hands floating through space.
Aw.
Rainbows. Unicorns.
Aw.
Some good merch. I need to order that.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, we're into
Lisa
Lisa
Frank.
Frank. I never had it, but all the cool girls had it.
Okay. So also a little bit of Picard news to rush through. We've got trekmovie.com. Our friends there have a nice interview with Terry Metalis on the USS Titan backstory, Seven and Riker's roles, and more. Star Trek Picard season 3. Seems like a lot of great stuff here. Here's the thing. A lot of people were going nuts about this Titan talk. People are like, Titan ship stuff. I have opinions on it. I have opinions on it though. Yeah, well, I have.
On the internet?
Here's my opinion. Oh yeah, well, and I don't even know what any of it means,
Me either.
but I think some of it is being addressed in this article. So you guys need to check out that Trek movie article for all of your Titan needs.
Yeah, and also like some clues about why maybe season 3 looks a little different. Possibly because there's a new director of photography for season 3.
Right, good point. Hey, Matt Boardman has joined us. Hello, Matt Boardman. Thank you so much for joining in. He says it would be great to see B5 again. See, this guy gets it. And lastly, because we covered so much Picard stuff just now. I mean, you guys got the gist of it, right? You guys get it. Also from our friends at trekmovie.com. Trekmovie.com is like, God, we get it. You love us. Well, whatever. We do. Paramount Plus launches in Italy with new Star Trek, including Strange New Worlds. Finalmente, Paramount Plus in Italy.
Which is really fun because now our Italian friends at Talking Trek and Extra Star Trek Italia are like doing reviews again because now they're getting new episodes, which is, I love when they do reviews. They're so fun.
Actually, I need to check out their website and see if they're talking about this at all.
They are.
They
We
should
love
be.
Talking Trek. Or talking, Talking Star Trek.
Everybody at home, check them out right here, talkingtrek.it. And look at that. Here it is.
That's awesome.
Star Trek Strange New Worlds, rilasciata la prima clip della seconda stagione. I don't know if I said any of that right.
I'm like
But Anne-Marie
Salvador Gigante.
Carol Kane.
Yeah.
In attesa di vedere la prima stagione di Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I can't do it. Anne-Marie can speak Italian. What does that say?
They're just talking about getting second season clips. Which,
Stagione means season.
Mhm.
Okay, now we've learned
But
something.
they're
today,
doing
so.
like live interviews on Facebook that you can watch later too for each episode of Strange New Worlds as they get them. I think they got like the first 3 episodes first, or like in one day.
You guys, we absolutely love our friends at Talking
They're so
Trek
fun.
Italia because they were in our virtual Trek Cons 1 and 2, and it's really cool because we don't want to just be LA and New York. We want Indiana, we want Oregon, we want Montana, we want Italy, we want Japan and Kamchatka and Poland. Like, this is for everybody around the world. And it was really cool in our very first virtual Trek Con when Italy was like, see, I will do it, and it just made it more fun to have people around the world joining in. So it doesn't just seem like, because Star Trek isn't just an American thing. It's a global thing. And we want to, yes, Paul Wright, Ohio too. Yes.
And Germany.
Yeah.
And in the UK. And
not the UK.
Well,
No, they know what they did.
No.
They know what they did.
We have friends from the UK at Virtual Trek Con.
No,
too.
tons of them.
Way
Tons of them.
more,
They've been
at
great with us
least.
too. Yes.
Yeah.
They've been amazing. Shout out
We
to
love
the
their
UK.
panels.
Chuck A says, how about Le Bar, France? Birthplace of Captain Picard. Anyway, so yes, we very much love it when people from different places, especially different countries, come and join in the fun, because we don't want it to, otherwise we got our heads up our asses. Americans are like, we got our heads up our asses. We got to like venture out and see that there's a whole world out there,
Mhm.
but we do have Austrian representation because Max lives in Austria.
Yep,
And Max
that's right. Nailed it. Robert Kaiser's like, damn, I thought I got them.
Yeah. Which, speaking of, I can't wait to hear news about Star Trek Destination. I think it's next week.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
So-
and Terrace is Canadian. He was just here.
Oh.
Okay. So we have our trivia question of the day. You guys, we promised to talk about New York City Comic-Con, but we are out of time.
Well, the
So
only update we have is that it's kind of a late in the day Star Trek universe situation. I think it's going to be like Saturday, 5 to 6:30 p.m. And you can actually buy, they're selling digital tickets so that you can like watch the panel on YouTube as it's happening.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Here is your New York City Comic-Con news. Everybody, look, I just Googled NYCC. It's Thursday, October 6th to Sunday,
Yeah.
October 9th. There you go.
Thanks for the news. Yeah, but it's
So
Saturday is the day
enjoy.
we're all watching. Yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be lots of cool Star Trek. So there's probably not going to be any major Star Trek news for the next couple of weeks because we're all holding our breath for New York City Comic-Con. And they're going to drop bombs on us. So Muhammad, being the nice guy that he is, not just buying everybody chocolate, but he also sent us in the trivia question of the day, since Star Trek Day did not provide us with more Star Trek trivia questions. So here is the question of the day. What is the name of T'Pol's mother? Is it Teles, or A, Teles, B, Tamir, C, T'Pau, or D, T'Lyn? There are a couple sneaky little answers in there.
Yeah.
Again,
I
A,
actually have no idea
Teles,
except which one it is.
B, Tamir, C, T'Pau, and D, T'Lyn. All right. So now, everybody, it is the time of day where we tell you what to expect this week.
Yay.
First things first, the new episode, the new full episode of the Seventh Rule that was just released yesterday is Deep Space Nine, Season 7, Episode 11, Prodigal Daughter, with special guest Nicole DeBoer, who plays Esri Dax. She's amazing. We talk about Prodigal Daughter. Great episode. Go check it out on the Seventh Rule channel right after this. Or eat and watch it. Good deal. Tomorrow on Falling Towers Watch the First podcast. This is on the Falling Tower channel at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We are premiering our review of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe on Netflix. People are like, did you already do He-Man? This is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe on Netflix.
A lot.
It's a new show. It's not the Masters of the Universe Revelation. It's not the 80s one. It's came out in 2021. And our special guest is Just Chic. She is a YouTuber, content creator, and Twitch streamer. What's Twitch? I don't know, but all the kids are talking about it. Then on Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on the Seventh Rule channel. You know what that is. It's going to be Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 5, our review of that with maybe a special guest, maybe not, probably, who knows. But that's Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Please go check that out. Then on this channel on Friday, everybody's favorite time of the week, Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time on the Virtual TrekCon channel. It is Star Trek and Chill. What do? We just hang out and talk about Star Trek. You guys are like, isn't that what you kind of did today? Yeah, but this one's a little more newsy. That one's a little more chilly.
Yeah. Maybe we should eat some chili.
Yeah, no, I would
Friday.
I had some yesterday. And then on Sunday on the Seventh Rule channel, Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, the Seventh Rule is releasing our first segment review of Deep Space Nine, Season 7, Episode 16. Oh, shit. That long, you guys know, the long Latin... Yeah, Armin Shimmerman.
The Sloan
whatever.
episode.
Yeah.
on another ship.
We do have a very special guest, not joining that first segment, but in the entire episode. William Sadler. Everybody who knows William Sadler as Sloan or the Grim Reaper in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, which is awesome. Known from Die Hard, all kinds of goodies. So check all that stuff out. It's a fun and ferocious week. The answer to the trivia question, of course, is Teles, because T'Pau, as you know, was from the original series, and T'Lyn is the name of the Vulcan in Lower Decks Season 2, like Episode 9, I think it was. 4 ships, Wedge Dudge. Is that what it was?
3 ships.
Was it 3? I thought it was 4.
I think.
How many
Wedge
lights
Dudge
are there?
3, but there was a 4th one in the credits.
Yeah, there was a 4th one, like the Borg one, right?
I
So I
thought
think it was
Wedge Dudge meant 3. Sorry.
everybody at home. Is Wedge Dudge 4 ships or 3 ships?
3.
We'll see.
I just
All right. That's all we got for you today, everybody. Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel, where can people find you? Oh, by the way, the winner is, how excited are you for a Babylon 5 reboot? Very wins the day.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's what we like, positive people.
Awesome.
And then the chocolate polls were, the winner was caramel, just barely beating out peanut butter and nuts. And the other winner was, oh, I can't scroll up that far. Well, whatever.
Stay Puff Marshmallow Man.
It was crispy
Was
stuff.
not. Crispy.
Crispy stuff. Yum.
Crispy stuff. Okay.
Anyway, where can everybody find you, Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel? Did you already tell them?
Twitter at Anne-Marie Siegel 1.
What about you, Melissa Longo?
At Melissa Longo online, and at the Introverted Republic, where you can find the walking art made by Melissa. Woohoo! With this shirt.
Perfect. Fantastic. We've already started adding that to 7th Rule videos now, so people
Aw.
will not go to a website that's down.
Y'all are awesome.
Yeah. Everybody can find me in Virtual Trek Con, Falling Tower, and the 7th Rule on YouTube, on wherever you find podcasts. Go check out the 7th Rule. Listen to those. Keep your ears open. You can also find them on Facebook and Twitter when it comes to Falling Tower, Virtual Trek Con, and the 7th Rule. You can also find me on Twitter, Ryan TG Husk. That's at Ryan TG Husk. And everybody else, we'll see you out there. You know, bye Kimber, bye Robert, Glenn, Matt, Chuck A, bye Anne-Marie in the live chat. I hope you are getting your food soon.
Yeah.
Bye to Donnie and One Trek fan. Thanks for joining us. Everybody at home, we'll see you next time. Paul Wright, thanks for joining in the fun. And if you're looking for choices on what to order for dinner, put it on the main viewer.